Hello, Aries. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing up. Today we are doing a reading till the end of December 2025. This is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus sign. We're right at the end of this year 9. All these lessons, all these endings are coming to an end. I cannot wait. Let me know how are you doing in this year. So, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates with you and leave the rest for another person. And as well, please leave me a thumbs up there. And if you consider subscribing to my channel, I'll be very, very happy to have you here as part of this beautiful community. So let's get started here. Today, we're going to be checking your health, your wealth, and your relationships, including all type of relationships, not only romantic, but they will be included there as well. Okay. So let's get started with your health. Here we start with the King of Wands. Perfect. We come to the Knight of Pentacles, and one more for your health. We have the Tower. Okay. Might have to be careful about something here. So let's get a little bit more for your wealth. Talking really fast. The Empress, yes. The Queen of Cups, beautiful. And okay. It came two. I'm going to take them because they came together. The Queen of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. And then we will clarify them as well. And then for your relationships, for Aries, the Five of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Oh, it's a lot of wands here. A lot of movement, communication potentially for you in terms of relationships. Okay, so let's connect here initially. We're going to clarify with the whole different deck in case they're repetitive cards. And it's always good to clarify with a different one, different energy. So King of Wands here starting in your health. Straight away I have a sense of you could be carrying a lot of responsibilities in you could be carrying a lot of stuff in you, and maybe you have to make a lot of decisions, okay, because the king is the top. So there could be some sort of inflammation here, there could be some sort of paying attention to your digestive issue, your gut health as well, okay. It's important for you. So the King of Wands is about fire, it's about inflammation here. So there could be a lot of I don't know, maybe your cortisol levels, you might have to check in terms of your stress levels, okay? So I have something here about stress could be coming very, very strong. I also have the Knight of Pentacles here. This card is asking me to plan for something a little bit quieter, okay? Planning for, I don't know if this could be a case where you might need to work on having a more stress-free life. So you might want to work more on yourself, okay. Try to plan your days, or even for the next year, maybe making some changes in your life if possible, okay. Sometimes not possible, but whenever is possible. And then the Tower, we'll be clarifying as well, but I'm just getting a lot of energy just from these three cards. The Tower as well, the Tower is giving me like, if you don't stop, something will force you to stop, okay. Because the Tower, it's about something that there's a big rupture, okay. And this feels like it's the universe doing this rupture for you. So if you work out, if you do something, if you walk a lot or something like that, pay attention till the end of the year, okay? That you don't trip on something, that you don't fall, that you don't twist an ankle. I'm seeing a lot of twisting ankles here, so pay attention to that, okay? Just be more mindful or aware of what's going on the road. If you're walking outside, if you're driving, pay attention to the drivers more than yourself, okay? But let's clarify this and get a little bit more. So for the King of Wands, clarifying health for Aries, for the King of Wands, the Six of Wands, okay. So this is about a lot of pressure, right? A lot of pressure here, because the Six of Wands is victorious, right? It's about you standing out, you being on the spotlight. But when it comes to being on the spotlight, there's also something that comes with it, okay? A lot of pressure, potentially you having to be on your top form all the time, and that can cause, being on the physical form all the time, that can actually cause a lot of fatigue, a lot of mental and internal, okay, internal part as well. So pay attention to that. it's nothing major. It's not like I see, oh, you have to stop or you're going into bed. No, nothing like that. Okay. But paying attention, starting to pay more attention to your stress levels, your cortisol, and all of that. Maybe the times that you go to sleep, all these kind of things. Now, for the Knight of Pentacles, we have the Temperance, being patient. We're just talking about that, stopping a little bit more, right? Working on that part of you. Again, it's a fire card, Temperance as well. So you have a lot of fire here, you being a fire sign, right? Which makes a lot of sense here. But it's calling very strong for you to I hear a lot, take a step back. So you could have had 2025 a year that it's always move, move, go, go, go. It's asking you to plan that. And then for the Tower, the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So you could end it up with this having some money loss, okay? Because you're not able to be as productive, okay? Your health is your biggest wealth. It's your health, okay? You have to pay attention to it. You have to pay attention to your sleep quality. You have to pay attention to how you handle stress. You have to work on that. Have a plan. Have a plan. Start working. Before you enter into the anxiety mode, have a plan. Start practicing. When you start getting into that energy, how can you anchor this and just step out of it? Work on that before it happens. Okay. Now, we move on into your wealth. Wealth looks really good for you here. You start with the Empress. So again, this I could be talking to people that you could have really higher positions, managers, CEOs, something like that, business owners as well. All of that energy is showing up very, very strong here. So but remember that the Empress, she doesn't come from a place of overdoing it. She comes from a place of divine feminine. I know this manifestation, this magnetism, all of that. I just know, right? You also have the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups comes from intuition, comes from the emotional side. And the Empress as well comes from this emotional side, comes from this. I know that I can, you take ownership of your energy here. Okay. Now with the Queen of Swords and the Two of Pentacles here, I see you making decisions that's going to bring you a lot of more stability, okay, and control of your life. You have two queens here. I really like that. So we have a lot of female energy. Now, please remember that we're talking about energy, not genders, okay? So we're talking about all this energy, right? The energy of feeling, the energy of knowing that things are about to happen, listening to your intuition, working with your sexual energy, working with the part of you that knows how to create, how to do the things. Okay, the Empress is also connecting with the planet Venus, right? So with the beauty, with work, with finances, with all of that, and it comes into this circle, like, I just know that everything is already here, okay, working out for me, everything works out for me. So it's a very sure and a very controlled and tranquil energy. You also have the Queen of Swords. So I like the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords because one talks about the emotion, the other one talks about the head. And when you get the two together, you find your balance, okay? Which is important to make decisions coming from the head, but from a heart base as well. So, this heart and heart and brain coherence here, it's very, very important for you, okay? But let's clarify and see what else is coming up for you, Aries. Now, for the Empress, clarifying the Empress for wealth here, please. Thank you. We have the Five of Cups. So looking more at the positives of something, okay? Looking at I have this is the energy that I can work with. So I'm going to just work with this right now. And this is what I'm doing right now. Okay? So there's that energy of looking at what you have. If you have lemons, you're going to make a lemonade, right? If you have apples, you're not going to think about making a banana puree. Just work it, literally just, understand what you have and what can you work with that. Because the Five of Cups also talks about, looking at the past, looking at the cups that don't, they're broken. If this person would just look to the other side. So because the Empress is such a positive card in terms of wealth, I see that if you had some sort of job situation, collaboration or something didn't work in the past, I don't see you focusing too much like, but that didn't work. I see you more like, okay, let me look for another one. Okay, there should be something else here coming up for me. Now, for the Queen of Cups, so I see you looking more at the positive, the opportunities. Now, we have the moon in reverse here. So I like the moon in reverse here with the Queen of Cups, because sometimes when you focus too much on your emotions, there's a tendency to just dive into the dream world. But because the moon comes in reverse, that gives me the sense of, okay, I'm going to be very straightforward. I'm going to understand what is going on here, and I'm going to see, are these emotions mine or from someone else, or are they being detriment to me, or are they building something for me? So I see you being very, very strategic here. I like that. Understanding what needs to be done, right? For the Queen of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Swords. So when you make the decisions here, they go really, really fast, okay? Something here is working really fast for you. Again, it's an Aries card. It works, it's not an Aries card. Why did I say it's an Aries card? Anyway, it's an Aquarius card, not an Aries card. But there's something here, coming from your impulsivity. That's just go, just do the thing. So I see that once you understand what you want to manifest, working on your magnetism, becoming attractive to something, feeling it with the Queen of Cups. When you take action, it happens really fast because it's all aligned already. Okay, so that's beautiful. That's a really good energy for you when it comes to wealth. Now, moving forward, relationships. Okay, so relationships, we start with the Five of Wands. Five of Wands, you're talking about leaving people behind, leaving people that just want to keep you small behind. Situations that people just assume that, you have. They really want to keep you small. They don't want to see you grow. They don't want you to see expand. They don't want to see you move. And maybe you be the kind of person that have been trying to move, because you do have the Ace and the Two of Wands here right after, and you could be just deciding to leave that people behind because they're not supporting you. You could be having people that you are the wisest one in your group, and oh, Five of Wands to the Five of Wands. And just as I said, right, just as I said, you could be the wisest and the brighter in your group. I will take that as a yes, as a confirmation here. You need to be surrounded by people. Like, when you are in a group where you are the wisest, you need to step away because you're not going to grow there. Okay? You are not going to grow there. So you have to step away. You see, my voice is just, sorry, little water. Water. You were coming here, and I even start losing my voice. So there could be something here about speaking your own truth, okay? Opening up and understanding. And this is about, you don't have to excuse yourself. You don't have to excuse yourself for your decisions. You just have to do it, okay? We could be talking also about learning to say no to certain people. Maybe you are a people pleaser and you don't know how to say no to certain people, okay? Now, this is by any means, this is not a romantic connection here, okay? This is about people in your surrounding, whether this is your community, friends, family, relatives, co-workers, all of that, because I see you want to grow and they're not allowing you to grow. They want to keep you small. And it could even be a situation here where you're not getting paid enough and they assume that they're doing the best for you when they're not. Okay, so it's time to open your eyes there. Now, Ace of Wands and Two of Wands, there's something here that the universe, God, source is handing it to you, okay? Because the Ace of Wands is connected with the hand of God here. So this is something that it's coming to you, whether it's an idea, communication, an opportunity is dropping on your lap here at the end of, yes, at the end of the year, the Eurofund here. So we could be talking about a new contract, something new, or you having so much experience that you could be going to a different place with a much higher position that you are right now, or this could be you being the one to show something, to teach something, okay? I could be talking to tutors here. I could be talking to teachers. I could be talking to coaches as well. I could be talking to all that kind of people. Now, with the Two of Wands, another Wands card, the Queen of Wands, you know what to do, you know where to go, and you know how to move forward. So paying attention to that, okay? Because you know, and this is your card. This is an Aries card, okay? So this is about you. You don't wait for people to tell you what to do. You just go and do it, right? Which is very, very interesting here, this energy for you. Okay. So that's an amazing reading for you, Aries. Just pay attention to not allowing people to take you down, right? So now let's look into this chakra oracle deck, okay? Chakra Insight Oracle, and see what chakra is calling your attention till the end of the year so that you can enter 2026 align and open to receive all the blessings that the universe source has in store for you right at the beginning of 2026. So what is, okay, I think we have more than one. I'm going to take the first one. I'm going to take the three because I feel it's important. Okay, so we have number 40, your third eye, visualization, imagination, focus, experience, manifestation, which works very well together with intelligence, education, knowledge, perception, flexibility. So we start with these two cards here. Oh, come on. Here we go. Right? So we're talking about meditation, we're talking about spirituality, we're talking about you moving forward, okay? You looking in a book because you're very intelligent, as you know, and you just have to connect with something, okay? We're past a full moon. There is a full moon showing up here. We're coming into a new moon, so we could even be talking by the beginning of next year, okay? Close, getting close to the full moon there. There could be something here coming up very, very strong for you, okay? But I like this when he asks you to be flexible, and because you know more, you know better than a lot of people, and we said that before because I see you constantly learning, you're constantly learning about something, you're constantly searching for something, okay? And we also have personal boundaries. We were talking about some areas here not being able to say no to people. Okay, choice, assertiveness, empowerment, authenticity. Now, you see this woman here, she's hiding and she's looking back. She doesn't want to be found by anyone because she's not able to say no. She's not able to say, don't get close to me. I don't want to talk right now. This is not the place or the time to have this conversation, whatever it is. I don't want this. I don't want that, right? This is what I like, this is what I want, because she is very connected with her own energy. Like she has this gold color, beautiful, connected with your solar plexus, with your empowerment, with who you are, with your appearance, with all of that beautiful things. But then when it comes to the outside, when it comes to speak up, there's a lot of blockages here, okay? So paying attention, and that makes so much sense because my voice was just going away just before, okay? So tap into that, pay attention to that, because that is the huge connection here for you to look into your third eye right here and your gut, okay? With your energy, with your actual brain. That's what we call, right? Your intuition here. Intuition is very, very strong. Okay, third eye and solar plexus is very, very strong. All your intuition. So let's get an advice here from the energy oracle cards and see what wants to come out for you here. Okay, so we have number 13, financial constraints, and we have number 5, attachment. Advice: it's time to let go. It's time to drop your masks, okay? It's time to stop putting a mask because everyone is used to see you in a certain role, in a certain way. Let's say, for example, people are used to see you pleasing everyone. And one day you wake up and say, I don't want to deal with your stuff today. Oh, she's different. What happened? I'm just being myself, right? I'm being honest. People are not used to that. So that straight away causes a lot of stress, okay? Now another advice here is pay attention to your spendings. financial constraints. And this can actually come because sometimes when you're not being completely honest, you have attachments. You ended up going because you're not telling people how you actually feel. You ended up purchasing and spending money in other things that maybe then you're going to feel like, I shouldn't have done that. But at the time, your stress level was so high that you just said, I have to do it. And remember in the beginning, we were talking about stress levels, and we ended up the last card talking about stress levels. Tells me something about you, Aries. Okay, so that's the message for you today. Thank you so much for being here. If you'd like a personal reading, description box below, there's my details there for you, and I'll try to pin the first comment as well with the details. Okay, I'll be happy to serve you with that. If not, I'll see you again on our next video. Take care.